Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to cover how the Venus project uses Trello, which is our project management software. We are going to look at our teams and how they are organized in Trello. We will also discuss how you can join any teams of your interest and begin participating. We hope that you set aside some time to watch this video in its entirety. If you use a smartphone, some of the steps may be different, but we hope the video will give you enough understanding to enable you to participate. So let's begin. What we are looking at now is the initial page that you are taken to after you log into Trello. What we can see on this page is the section for the Venus project. In this section, you can see these rectangles, which in Trello are called boards. Unfortunately, on this page, we do not see all the boards that belong to the Venus project. To see all the boards, we have to click on this button called Boards. Now we are taken to the Venus project's hub on Trello. On this page, we can see all the teams of the Venus project. If we scroll down, we will see that we have a number of different teams here. Some of the team boards have a background picture and some of them don't. As we said, each of these rectangles represents a board. As you can see, we have organized the teams by having one team per board. So, for example, this is the video teams board and this is the website teams board, and so on and so forth. So we are going to go to a couple of these teams boards to see what is happening inside. The first one I want to go to is the website teams board. So I will click on that board in order to go there. What I have here is the name of the board. It's called website team. And here I have the name of the organization the board belongs to. It belongs to the Venus project. Here I have the visibility of the board. Team visible basically means that all other teams of the Venus project are able to see this board. And here is the section of all the team members. A few members are shown, and then here it shows the number of the rest of the members. So if I click on this, it will show me the list of the members of this Trello board. So those are the members of the website team. The next thing I want to show you are these columns. If you follow my mouse, this is one column, and this is another column, and this is another column, and so on. These columns in Trello are referred to as lists. So the first list that we have on the website team is called information. The next list is called all tasks. The next list is called next to be started, and so on. If I use the scroll bar at the bottom to scroll to the right, I will go to the end and I see that this is the last list. These lists basically describe the workflow of the team. Under each list, we have what in Trello are called cards. So the first card under the information list is called how to join this team. This describes how to join the team, and we will go over that shortly. The next card is called what this team does, and so on. We usually use cards to work on a task. The card allows you to describe a task and to work on it in collaboration with other people. I will create a card now using this little option here. I will call my card some task. The newly created card appears at the bottom of the all tasks list. I can now click on the card in order to open it. Inside the card is the place where we work on the task itself. This is the description area where I can enter a more complete description of the task. The title of the card allows me to describe the task briefly with just a few words. The description would be more detailed. So I will go ahead and write, this is a more detailed description of my task. I will then click on save, and now the text appears here. Another thing I can do is to add people to work on this task. That is how we know who is working on what. In this case, I will just add this user. So now everybody can see who is working on this card. I also have various other options on the card. For example, add a checklist, or I can add a due date. I can attach files, and I can do other things as well. These options appear when a person is added to a Trello board. If you get added to a team's Trello board, then you will start seeing all these options. Another thing we have in the card is the place for comments. This is how we can communicate with each other. If I want to write a comment, I can do so from here. So I will write, here is my comment, and save it. And now it appears down here in the activity section. The activity section gives us a history of everything that has been done on this task. If I want to specifically mention someone, let's say I want to write a comment to someone, then I will enter the @ symbol and then start typing their name. What Trello does is it starts giving me suggestions for people that I may want to tag. In this case, I want to tag this person, so I just select them. Trello then fills in their username. If now I write something like, hey, can you help me with this task? And I put that comment in here, then this person will receive a notification, an email notification about this comment. That is how they will know that I communicated to them, and they can then reply back to me by writing another comment and tagging me so that I will receive a notification. I will now go up using the scroll bar on the right. I will close this card by clicking on the X here. As we mentioned, these lists usually describe the workflow of the team. Usually, a card would move from left to right. This card will move to the right as we begin working on it. What I can do now to move it is I can click on it and hold, and I just drag it to the right. And let's say I would drop it here. Card went from all tasks to next to be started. As we start working on it, we can move it to in progress. That means that we are actively working on the task. And then if I scroll a little bit to the right, let's say that we have worked on the task and we have completed our work on it, then we will move it to done. Basically, this is the usual process for tasks. The names of these particular lists may vary from team to team. Some teams may have a little bit of a different process, but usually it would be something similar. Another thing I want to show you is the board menu. You can open it using this button here. If I click on it, I get the menu and I have various options here. What I want to show you is the activity section. The activity shows all actions that have taken place inside the board, similar to a card where we saw how the activity section in there shows all activity that happened on that card. The activity section of the board shows everything that happened on this board inside all the cards in the board. And we can see my last actions appear here. And if I scroll down, I will see more and more of the history of the activities. That is one way to keep up with what is happening inside the given team. Another thing I want to show you is this card called Info for all TVP teams. This is a card you will find in pretty much all the teams. If I open it, I will see that I have some useful information in there. This section, How does Trello work, will give you links to tutorials and helpful information about Trello. If you are wondering how to do something, this is a good resource to use. It will give you answers to a lot of questions about how to search or how to accomplish something. So this is a resource you can use and always refer to whenever you have questions about Trello. And the other section here, has this link to the Venus Project Teams overview. This link will take you to the Venus Project Hub on Trello, where you can see all the teams. If I click the link, I am taken to that page. So I can have the choice now to go to any other team. And the one I will go to is the graphics team. As we can see, we are now in the graphics team's Trello board, and they have lists, and their lists may be named a little bit differently, and they have various cards that they are working on. And we can see that in this case, they have images inside the cards. Trello gives us a preview of the images. If I scroll down on this list, I can see the various cards they have under it. So all of these are images that they are working on. And usually a new image will be added under the new image list, and then the card will move to the right. It will go through various quality assurance steps until it reaches the done list. Another thing I want to show you is the how to join this team card. You will find such a card in pretty much all the teams. This card holds the instructions for how to join the team you are currently viewing. The instructions for joining vary from team to team. By opening the card and reading the instructions in it, you will find out how to join the team. You will follow the instructions and then you will post a comment and do whatever they ask you to do. So with the information from this video, hopefully you will be able to find the teams you want to join, open their how to join this team card, and follow the instructions in order to join the team. Now that you know a bit more about where to view all the teams and how we collaborate, hopefully you will be able to start participating and integrate into the organization. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We all hope to collaborate soon.